our policies, American policies or Western policies during unipolarity and what they mean for the multipolar world we're now in. I think the best example of a foolish policy during unipolarity that's come back to bite us in multipolarity is NATO expansion, especially NATO expansion into Ukraine. As you know very, very well, in April 2008, we made the decision, the West made the decision, NATO made the decision to bring Ukraine into NATO. And we've doubled down on that decision at every point since then. And the consequences here are just disastrous for all concerned, as you were pointing out. But we had a great deal of hubris during the unipolar moment. And this is more true of the United States than it was of the Europeans. But the Europeans were willing to go along with the United States. This was especially true of the British. And we collectively thought that we could run the world, that we had the wind at our back. And if other countries didn't like it, we would just shove things down their throat. This is how we approach NATO expansion. We understood from the get-go that the Russians were opposed to NATO expansion. But in 1999, we shoved it down their throat. In 2004, we shoved the second big tranche down their throat. And then we thought we could shove the third big tranche, which would include Ukraine and Georgia, down their throat in April of 2008. And of course, it didn't work out, and it is made for a terrible situation. One could argue a catastrophic situation in Europe in the multipolar era. But I just wanted to sort of add to what you said. All right, on Trump, a very interesting question. You want to remember, when Trump comes into office, this is January 2017, his administration, in the very first year they are in power, introduces the word multipolarity into the national security dialogue in the United States.